boldly go, even when your inertia dampeners are offline and all your crew have been beamed up, which is going to be a rip-roaring affair, I'm sure. I think points for however many sci-fi franchises you can hear in the talk. I think that'll be the main way of scoring tonight's session. And then we also, just in case you were wondering, there's a separate session by ACC about making invisible visible to break down silos. So if you're meant to be there, then quickly, very quietly scuttle over there.
Not to say we won't deal with your silos.
I've had a lot of fun with Brenda and Kristan in different times, and so I actually asked nothing about what was going to go on because I didn't want the plot spoiler. All I know is I can see some amazing dress here, and I promised that if they do fall down a chasm, I'll throw them my rope and help them out. And so, Brenda and Kristan have a wonderful session with us, and we'll have a wonderful session with you. You've got an hour.
Amazing. Thank you for having us back after the finale last year. Welcome to Boldly Go. I'm Brenda Ratcliff. I'm actually a leadership coach and facilitator. And today we're going to learn some tools on courage. And this is...
Kia ora tātou, Kristan Johnston, and I'm a coach with MindMeld Coaching. And this is my director, my boss, and also I have determined that she will also be my wife, and so we've also been married for thousands of years as well. So if you see, want to see a model of an old kind of farm or store from the colonial times when business and work and personal was all melded together, we're it. And so, yeah, I'm part of the other half. Let's go.
And just in case, I bought little Kristan. Yeah.
Just in case this one shrinks.
So, we're interested in how many Star Trek series and model mashups we can play with today, because we are shameless in our pursuit of learning and using Star Trek and science fiction as a way to think about Star Trek. So we're going to go Delta Quadrant, Gamma Quadrant, Alpha Quadrant, all sorts of quadrants. And so firstly, I want to check who loves Star Trek as much as we do. Both of you. Excellent.
Again, who loves Star Trek as much as we do?
Woo!
Thank you.
So may I just say to you, Roger, who loves Star Trek and is wearing the outfit, Uchin Chafor. Sorry, hard out nuts, we'll get that. Now, we're going to be interactive today. I feel the ripples of joy coming from you already. And why we're going to be interactive is because this is Boldly Go, courage to deliver. So just relax into it. We'll look after you. Nothing bad will happen. We've even got prizes. For people who are interested in participating, my personal goal is for them all to be handed out to you overnight or by the end of tonight. So, competition time. This is our first set of prizes, opportunities. Where in this room is it written down that honesty and courage are listed as leadership characteristics for the New Zealand Public Service? Where is it written down? Pardon me?
Oh.
Yay! Give that woman a prize, Kristan. They're down there. I love that. I love that for you. So you're just in the back. Now, others of you who might be clutching a certain A3, Brendan, you've got one. Can you spot where it says honest and courageous leadership?
Right down the bottom left-hand corner.
With a handily placed sticker? Yeah, okay. Would you like to read out the definition, please, of honest and courageous leadership?
Big loud voice.
Yes, please.
Honest and courageous. Deliver hard messages and make unpopular decisions in a timely manner to advance the longer-term best interests of customers and New Zealand.
Thank you. So this is the leadership success profile that Brendan read out, and so Brian referenced this morning curiosity, honest and courageous leadership. They all feature on the Public Service Leadership Success Profile, which guides the development of public servants across New Zealand. So courage is incredibly important. And also, thinking about courage is fabulous for your careers. Might be career limiting to wear Star Trek outfit, but it's certainly not career limiting to enjoy courage.
It's going to affect our careers.
Yeah, too late, honey, too late. So today we're going to have a Star Trek guide, mostly, occasionally Doctor Who, getting from hesitation to action. And it will build beautifully on the previous session because we'll look at some of the things that you can do. So courage is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to move anyway. Right. So today's mission. We often know what to do. We don't feel ready. Courage can help us act when our brain, body and emotions are not yet aligned. So your mission today is to learn some practical tools. So you will learn 3 things that you can do to help you be more courageous, along with what you've just heard, which was eating, drinking, remember? Yeah, all of those things as well. So, Kristan, you weren't beamed down in the last transporter. You got some questions for the group.
We came on the premise that out there is a world of knowledge. Sitting in the room is thousands of neurons and learnings and experiences of people who have all had a life journey and who have all built a whole range of courageous tools that they've been using very effectively to get them here with us now today. So what we were going to do is actually harvest and harness all that courage that's sitting in the room, that of what people have actually garnered over quite some time, and we thought we'd collect it up in a lovely bag to see which bits that we could share. You might want to take away, might want to think, actually I do that, have things reinforced. And so what we're going to ask you to do is just break into little pairs of 2s or 3s or a little group that's nearby, and just for a couple of minutes we are going to get you to share tools that of courage that have been really useful for you in your personal and professional life. So have a little chat to the people around you and start sharing some little tools and tips about what you've found to be really courageous in terms of your professional career.
What you do now to help you be more courageous.
Yeah, what you do now to be more courageous. So take a moment, introduce yourself to the person next to you, around you, and share some wisdom. Background music. Good idea to get them talking. This is a good idea to get them talking. Oh, let's hear some of them. Shall I go around with the mic?
Yep, and where the presents.
Over here. I've got him up there with the mic. I haven't given the prizes. I'm not going back there. The Gong of Gandorf. How did it go? Okay, it was great to hear the sheer amount of volume of people just interacting. That was good. It makes nervous presenters very happy when they had the crowd being jovial and talking to each other. We're going to take a few of the tips, and so we're looking for some volunteers who'd like to share a piece of courage that people might want to add to their bag. Rohan, have you got one down over there? Here's a roving mic. Just say your name and... Got a little switch? Dud?
Talking.
Right.
Switch on.
Go
Mark
for it.
and Chris, we're a
Mark and
team.
Chris, go.
And two things that we thought for ourselves were useful in being courageous. One was to honour yourself.
Brilliant.
For me, if I need to say something, then I need to honour that I need to say that or do something. And Chris uses a technique. It's a bit disarming of those who he may be talking with, really, and that's to acknowledge that he feels a particular way. So I feel, because the other person really can't deny that you feel that. It's how you are, or what you do makes me feel.
Brilliant. Naming it, owning an emotion.
Thank you so much. You may open them now.
Brilliant. Have we got another one there? I'll go close hand.
Thank you. Me and my buddy probably talked about two ends of a spectrum. So perhaps when you're new and less confident, you can also tap into that and ask difficult questions, be that naive inquirer, playing on the not knowing. And at the opposite end, courage can also come with time and experience. Or for some of the ladies in the room around my age, you just run out of tolerance for stuff. But we'll put that down to age.
Oh, sorry, that was just me. Yeah. Yay, working in the menopause for this workshop. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some courage there. Embrace it. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Rohan, one down here.
We're going to flippantly say margaritas, but you can take that or leave it. We also thought perhaps being prepared for a situation, if you did want to speak up about something, thinking about it beforehand and preparing what you would like to say in a way that's going to land well, I guess. Anything else?
And we also thought focusing on why it was important to be courageous in that moment.
Yeah. A little bit more on that, focusing on why it would be courageous.
No, sorry, why it was important, why
Yeah.
why it was necessary, what the bigger picture is.
Yep, brilliant. Thank you. Someone else. Perfect.
Kia ora, my name's Skella and this is Kim. And we had 2 points. One was our knowledge enables us to be courageous, because if you can articulate that knowledge in a way that speaks to the people you're trying to influence, then it's helpful. And the other point was similar to the M word, but stage of life and kind of not giving a damn about career limitations anymore. So that's helpful.
Welcome to our tribe or our crew.
Thank you.
And have you got one more down the front, Kristan, I think? And then, there's more.
There's another one. Where am I heading to?
Just
Keep left.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're team front two rows. One of the ones I'll just summarise was Just Do It. And he was a chair this morning and he was terrified, but still just did it. Faced the fear, embraced it. Personally, I'm living with the consequences of a TBI many years ago. So I actually can be quite vulnerable. I'll let people know that, if I start to say strange words and just I run out of tokens.
Yeah.
And the other one, and this is unrelated, but I start with, I'm often wrong, but this is what I understand.
Yeah.
And then people tend to listen to what it is that you're saying because you said you're wrong. And so they'll try to find the wrong bit in it. But it is quite a good technique for having some conversations and raising some points that if you just said you're wrong, and it wouldn't work.
Creates distance. Okay, thank you. And vulnerability is very important for courage, so thank you for that. And we're awarding you the Time Traveller in Training badge. Yes. Oh, well, totally. All right, so everything MindMeld learned about courage we learned from Star Trek. It's true. So I'm going to read you a little story. It's very short. Thank you, Kristan. Stories are so good because you find out about other people being courageous, and you can too. This story has everything from this short workshop in it. So just allow your brain to relax, go on holiday, and know and trust that everything is going in. A few years ago, I had a significant birthday, and I thought, it's now or never. I have to really tick a big dream. My big dream was to go to Las Vegas to the Star Trek convention at the Star Trek Hilton. Awesome. So I enrolled online and I paid my $70 US to have my photo taken with Leonard Nimoy. Does anybody know who Leonard Nimoy is? Yeah, who is he? Or who was he? Spock, right. Beyond excited. So I go to Vegas. It's very hot. There are 5,000 other delegates, and it seems like all of them are there to have their photo taken with Mr. Nimoy. It happens on the last day, and there is a queue further than the eye could see. So long this way to the tent with Mr. Nimoy inside, so long that way behind me. I've been to the shop and I bought my Uhura outfit and I was wearing it very proudly. It's not this one because I can't fit it anymore. But I looked really hot and I felt really hot. And every so often, someone with a clipboard and a lanyard like you see today would come along the line, stand in front of every third or fifth person and say, you have 15 seconds with Mr. Nimoy. You go in, you say hello, you shake his hand, you sit down, you smile, your photo is taken, you say thank you and you leave. 15 seconds and no more. And I thought, this man is going to stand in front of me and he's going to say this and I'm going to get that amygdala freeze. And sure enough, man with clipboard stood in front of me, you have 15 seconds. And I thought, oh, this is terrible. I'm just going to slink off. What about my $70 US that I've just spent? What about hand sanitizer if I have to shake his hand after 1,000 other people? How am I ever going to make an impression? So then I remembered who I was. So I just stood strong in my Star Trek outfit. I thought, I'll stand and talk to the people next to me. They're my crew. I thought I'll say to myself, boldly go. And what is my goal? To have a conversation with him. And the queue inched closer and closer. 4 hours later, I'm nearly at the top of the queue. There's the man with the clipboard, and he said 15 seconds with Mr. Nimoy. And I went, what? And he said, you have 15 seconds. And I thought, I'm going to have more than 15 seconds conversation with Mr. Nimoy. I didn't come all this way. You go, girl. And then the man with clipboard threw open the tent, and in I went. Curiosity is a fine travelling companion when we're thinking about courage. So, 1 minute to 4, all shall be revealed. Oh. You want to keep people in a state of anticipation. Thank you. My other state of anticipation is that I've mislaid my clicker. I've mislaid it. It's not there. There's my pen. Where is it? Get
Coffee table.
Oh, great. You know, always ask people to help you, and it always works. So first thing you've got to do is assemble your crew. Now, what do you notice about this crew? What do you notice? What do you notice about this crew? There's interlopers, and you need a crew of interlopers. You need the opposite of you to be in the crew. So who are the interlopers that you notice? Yeah, Barbie, what are they doing in the middle of this? But you need the opposite of you, because a great crew with different forms of thinking gives you encouragement, challenge, perspective, and stops you doing kind of mad things, and then encourages you to do even more. So remember your crew and build them now. Please talk to the person next to you. You've got a couple of questions. Who helps you think clearly and act bravely? And who is the opposite of you? Who is Kirk to your Spock? Who is Ken to your Barbie? Right. Who is the opposite of you, your great crew? Please chat among yourselves for a minute now. The opposite of you.
Go for a wander, you need to take your mic. You ready?
Yep. So you know this, right? You know how important it is to have the opposite of you. You know that if you're an ENFP, you need the ISTJs, right? You know you need the opposite of you. So do people awaken some thoughts about the opposite of you? Building your crew. Are you frightened of your crew? Why is it that whenever we mention Barbie and Ken, we always lose about 3 people? Just don't know why. All right, so find the opposite of you. Now, we're going to have a little talk about the cognitive triangle, which comes from cognitive behavioural therapy. And why the cognitive triangle is important for thinking about courage is that if you work one aspect of it, you can influence the other 2. So sometimes we think, oh, we need to do the behaviours of courage, but I'm just not feeling it, so my emotions aren't there. Or I need to have courageous thoughts to have action. You can start anywhere, because working your courage muscles, whether they're in thoughts, emotions, or behaviours, will influence the other 2. So here's an example. Your thought is, I might get this wrong. You might end up doing the behaviour of avoiding or hesitating, and you might feel anxious. But you can start anywhere and go, you've got this, and that might encourage you to take one small step, which then might lead you to feel less anxious, which then starts those virtuous circles of being able to take more courageous action. So the cognitive triangle is working thoughts, behaviours, and emotions. And so we're going to do a quick tool from each of these 3. Does that sound okay? Yeah, okay, so for this next bit, we're going to start with a behaviour called the captain's pose. So we're going to do a behaviour called the captain's pose, and so we need a captain. So can we please have someone down, doesn't matter who you are, come down the front and work with us to demonstrate the captain's pose. Please could someone just, volunteer, put on the red shirt, come to the planet. Whoa, Brendan! Okay.
Come to the planet.
Kia ora, thank you.
Do you realise you don't have a name tag? And what happens to people that go onto the planet when they don't have a name tag?
Oh, they always get shot.
Brenda, get him a name tag.
So, Kristan,
Awesome.
can you please work with Brendan to help him do the captain's pose? So, firstly, you're going to do a straight spine. So, Kristan, do you want to pop that down? And you can, face that way. And, so do that. And can I check, is your weight evenly distributed on both feet? Yep. Are your shoulders relaxed? Arms are uncrossed. Smile lightly. Smile like not weird, but lightly. Okay. So now we're all going to get the benefits of this. So please, if you can, stand up. Please stand up and assume the captain's pose. So the captain's pose, hands on hips, feet hip width apart, straight spine, and that includes your beautiful neck and head. And shoulders relaxed. Arms, of course, like this. Smile lightly, not weirdly. And we're going to do it for 2 minutes, which means I'm going this way for 2 minutes. And we need 2 minutes because the research says that 2 minutes allows cortisol, the stress hormone, to decrease, and testosterone, the hormone of confidence, to lift in all genders. So we'll just allow this. And you do this before a courageous interaction. So you could do this before a conversation you need to have. I did this before this presentation and stand there in the bathroom. I used to be a marriage celebrant. I encouraged brides to do this before they walk down the aisle. 3 of them are divorced now, but the wedding was good. So we do this for 2 minutes to feel more confident and work the body-mind connection. Okay, so we've got 45 seconds left. Who's feeling more confident now? Kristan, do you think they're smiling more? I can see more smiles. Okay, great. And Brendan, how are you feeling?
Stronger.
Okay, so your work is not over yet. Just relax, everyone, and please sit down. Brendan, come over to the play area, please. And may I invite you to sit here? Sure. And Kristan, can you do the next slide, or do you need me to? Actually, I'll do it. Why don't you sit down next to Brendan? Yeah. So here's the sitting down version. Captain's pose in the moment. Right, so the sitting down version, is relaxed and straight arms, because Kristan's my husband. Thank you. So relaxed, straight arms, shoulders are relaxed. So this is a good one you can do in the moment when you're at a meeting. So you can just sit down and relax. So this will help build confidence. And in no way do people ever put their hands behind their head. Because hands behind their head, you might think you're looking relaxed, but it annoys the other people in the room. So this is the captain's pose in the moment. Lovely. You guys got that? Alrighty. Thank you, Brendan. Your work here is done. Whoa.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Okay. So, that's one easy behaviour you can do that will help work the cognitive triangle. And now we're going to have a little look at self-talk. And if you're thinking, what is self-talk? What is Brenda talking about? That is self-talk. So, self-talk is important. As alluded to earlier, what you say to yourself sinks in and becomes a belief. And this affects you, your crew, and the mission. So self-talk is important. So now we have a very short clip with the Star Trek crew on a planet, but unexpectedly in a Robin Hood simulation. And we have the captain being the captain down there, so he's Robin Hood, but then we have a reluctant player. So can I have the clip, please? Lovely techie guys. Awkward pause. Very
Ready photon torpedoes.
Yeah.
10, 9. You going down to the planet, Brenda?
No.
Here it is coming. 7.
Well, if he's Little John, that makes you.
I know. Robin Hood.
Sir, I protest. I am not a merry man.
Well, if he's Little John, that makes you.
I know.
I'm not a merry man. Not helpful, is it, in the moment? It sinks the vibe. So there's some new research out around courageous self-talk. It's unfortunately, if you were brought up in the 80s and 90s with affirmations, research has moved on from that. And yeah, I know, it's just sorry. The courageous self-talk research says that we want to talk like a loving adult to ourselves. So it is you say the word you, plus your own name in the present tense, and it's stated positively. So firstly, why do you want to say the word you rather than I? Why do you want to say the word you? You want to hear it back. Yes, it'll get your attention. He's a star, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to join MindMeld? No. Why do you want to say your own name? Why do you want to say, Brenda, not the words your own name? Why do you want to say Brenda? Why do you want to say your own name? Why do you want to say Alan? Why do you want to say Sigurd, Roger? Why? It identifies with you. Thank
Validation?
You. Validation, correct. Validation. And then why in the present tense? Why in the present tense? Why would you say you, your own name in the present tense? Are. Yeah. And yeah, it's happening right now. So quantum theory, right? You guys all know about quantum theory. Of course you do. So what's quantum theory? Millions of universes all happening at the same time. What happens is what we place our attention on. So when we use the present tense, we're calling it into now, and so we're noticing it. Or if you're not a quantum theory nerd, you can just go, if I say are or have, I have it now, rather than will be. Will be implies a gap and distance. Okay. So, and why do you want to say it in use positive language, rather than not or aren't? Correct. So, if I said to you, don't think of a blue tree, whatever you do, don't think of a blue one, and don't think of one with flashing Christmas lights, okay? You have to think of it right. So every time you do a don't or you won't, you have to think of that and create an image before it goes away. So your courageous self-talk is you plus your own name have got this. So may I invite someone else who is just as courageous as Brendan to come down to the planet with me, and we're going to just do a smidge of courageous self-talk. So please, come on down. Please come on down. Just need one person. We're going to sit down and we're going to do some courageous self-talk with me. It's all right. Look, here's the slide. It's fine. That's the slide we're going to work on. It's fine. Woo! Rohan, thank you. I know. Right. Okay, I wrote that. Thank you, Rohan. Do you want sequin or non-sequin?
Sequin.
Of course. He is an artist. Very good one. Okay, here you go.
Hello. Hello.
So, Rohan,
Yep.
sometimes when we think about our thinking, we notice that we might say something negative to ourselves, right? And I put some examples, I'll just say them because you can't see them behind you and they're not down here. Okay, so sometimes, these are sourced from my own life. One's on the left. I can't, it won't work. Who are you to? They won't like this. If I say my idea, I'll get into trouble. Do you ever have one like that?
Yeah. The who are you to
Yeah.
element. The they won't like this is do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because they won't like it.
Yeah. That's a whole other thing, right? Enjoying difference and provocative.
Well,
yeah.
that's the courage element.
Yeah. So tell me the one earlier.
Yeah, who are you to
Who are you to?
do this or say this or think this?
Yeah. So who are you? So if we were to take that and turn it into helpful self-talk, right? So the who are you to, you would say, you, Rohan, have got this.
You, Rohan, have got this.
So have got this is just such a relief, all-encompassing, positive statement. So you could say, you, Rohan, have got this.
You have got this.
You have got this.
You have got this.
Yeah.
Rohan,
you have got
got this.
Yeah.
In front of a mirror.
This is correct.
In front of a mirror, you have got this.
Yeah.
Rohan.
Now, the mirror bit, we'd better explain about the mirror. So, Rohan, do you want to explain about the mirror?
Yeah, sure. Brenda helped me overcome my fear of public speaking. I was the chairman of the SAS users of New Zealand, and I was terrified. And I did this coaching thing with her. And so basically, before you go onto the stage, you run away to the toilets, the bathroom, you do your power pose 2 minutes, and then there's the other one as well. But you've got to look yourself in the eye, and you've got to speak straight to yourself. You, Rohan, you've got this. And you say it a few times, because the first few times you're
Feel like a dick.
Your negative voice saying this is bullshit and you look like a dick, but you just keep at it. And so then after a while, the 2 minute power pose sort of helps erode that voice. And then after a while you go, yeah, of course. Of course. And then I would always leave that bit of a shrug. Yeah, of course, I've got this.
Yeah, because you have, right? Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
But
So, well, that's the thing. So what we're going to invite you to do now is, can you all remember your own names? It's late in the day. Like, you all know your name, right? So on the count of
Show of
three.
hands if that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I love your honesty.
Jim. Right. So look on your lovely lanyard if you're not sure. So on the count of three, you are going to say you, insert your own name. Don't say your own name. Say your actual own name. Have got this. Okay, so we're going to all say it together, and it's going to feel weird. So spoiler alert, we're going to do it 3 times, and it will feel less weird as you go on. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You, Brenda, have got this. Well, That was quite good, eh? That was very good. All right, let's do it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. You, Brenda, have got this. Last time. You, Brenda, have got this. Nice. Okay, so now you know how you can upsize this by doing your power pose for 2 minutes and looking in the mirror saying, you, your own name, have got this. Yay. Thank you. Thank you very
you're
much.
welcome.
Like, oh, they're hard to get out of. Oh, so let's, can you tell what this is your thank you gift? Can you tell what that is?
It's nothing to do with Star Trek, thank
No,
God.
but still pretty good.
That's cool.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
I'll give you this back.
Woohoo! Thank you. Can you grab that? Yeah. The A word, the affirmation word. Yeah, so your question is, how is that different from an affirmation? So affirmations are, I don't know if you've seen those TUI ads, right? I am beautiful and everybody loves you. And you go, yeah, right. Because the Kiwi mindset is to go, yeah, right, and to disagree. So the Ethan Cross in the research around talking to yourself, and pronouns matter when you're psyching yourself up. Say the pronoun of you instead of I means you're more likely to believe it, right? Then you say your own name to get your attention. The piece about it being now means you have it now. So you act as if. You act as if you already have got this. You act as if. Not will be to create a distance, but as if. And it becomes very powerful when you amp it up. Yeah. Does that help? Yeah. All right. Then you can create your own courageous mantra, which you can mutter to yourself when you need to be more courageous. So we heard a couple right at the very start of this session. Some people said there were some things they did that helped them remember to be courageous. Can you remember what people said? Just do it. Yeah, just do it. Now, Star Trek provides you with boldly go and engage, and there's coffee behind that nebula if you really want to do some exploring. But the best mantras are personal to you, and they're often sourced from a song, a poem, or a quote. And I was working with a group at a government agency, and they wanted a shorthand way to help the whole team remember to work their engagement plan. Okay, so important, stakeholders, engagement plan. And they came up with something they all knew and understood. It was this: stop, collaborate, and listen. And I just thought that was mad. But it worked for them, and they loved it. Loved it. So please, in pairs, what could be your courageous mantra? What is a song, a poem, or a quote that guides you? You know, pairs, you know, lovely people, lovely humans next to you, chatting. Yeah.
This is the richness of just giving people just having a chat. Right, let them have a bit of a chat.
No, just wake up. We've only got 15 minutes.
Can we hear a couple? Have we got a volunteer? Do we want to hear a couple? Got a newly formed couple? Newly formed couple with announcements?
I'm not a celebrant anymore.
So, I take my inspiration from Laser Force, if anyone played the laser tag
brilliant.
game in town. At the start of each round, there's a little voice that plays out of your vest that goes, "Let's rock!" That's my one.
Oh, love it. Yep, love that.
Okay, who can beat Let's Rock?
Star Trek is a made-up story, right? Whereas Star Wars is based on a true story in a galaxy far, far away. So my mantra is do or do not. There is no try.
I think we've got another challenge here. I think we've done Laser Force, we've done the Galactico Far Away. Just say your name and your science fiction genre as you speak.
Maria, Star Trek. However, this is from somewhere else entirely. I want it all, and I want it now.
Very good.
Oh, Brad, I flippin' love that. You got the time for any more?
Anyone? Last and lucky?
Well, we're going out on a high with Queen.
No one gonna do it.
That's good. No, we've got one, Jim.
We've got a Hitchhiker's Guide one. Is it Doctor Who?
What you got, Jim?
I haven't got a microphone yet. I've got two. So you still want the science? So
Just whatever works for you.
foundation. It's the science fiction thing I
Yes,
like. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Isaac,
Got to go
yeah.
somewhere else. Yeah, the one I have is I've had to learn to not get too excited about things sometimes. So mine is the title of a book, and I can't say the whole title, but it's The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fudgicle.
Yeah.
But it's really good in a situation where I might get over, just to remind yourself of that, gives you that pause time while you say that in your head, and then you can, say what you need to say if you need to say anything.
So thank you for that, Jim, because Mel Robbins, who was the number one podcaster, has made $1 gazillion from her mantra, let them, which is allowing people just to do their stuff so you can focus on their own. And that her whole philosophy is let them do their stuff and let me focus on my life. So your own mantra, whatever it is, allows you to have that focus. Okay, so we're on the home stretch. Launch sequence. You say out loud what you say to yourself to get out of bed. So in the morning, I say, it's time to feed the cat. Feed the cat. It's time to. Right? Do other people know what they say to get themselves up in the morning? Get up? Oh, God, no. No, what do people say? Pardon? I need the money. Yeah, I need the money.
Show me the money.
So whatever you say to get up in the morning will help you feel courage, right? Or help you think courage for a task at work. So for me, there are some things that I do not like to do at work, and it might be tidy the office. So I just go, it's time to, right? Then I do another tool. I count down from 5. May I ask, have any of you jumped off a wharf or a pier into cold water? Who's done that, right? And do you know sometimes you feel a bit reluctant? Yeah? And sometimes do you count down and then you jump? And then you have one friend who doesn't jump with you and you think about it for years. Adele, right? So you count down from 5. It's time to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tidy the office. And you set your timer for 15 minutes because your brain doesn't like an undone task. So if you do it for 15 minutes, you'll get some stuff done. And you do it at the beginning of the day, and then you go, I'll tick that off my list. This is such a great way to think yourself into courage. Thank you. Perfect timing. So the last part we're going to do is the cognitive triangle is intensify feelings of courage or be okay with not feeling courageous yet. Okay. So, because emotions are useful, fear can stand for false evidence appearing real. So the goal is not to remove emotion, but to notice it and name it when it happens. So, I'm looking for someone who's not afraid of some light hypnosis, who's not afraid of feeling good, who doesn't have to say anything, they just have to nod and kind of enjoy a blissed out feeling without drugs. Anyone want to sit and do an active visualization with me? It's very easy. Ellen. Thank you. Woo! So, Ellen, before we start, just to relax, have you ever read any Harry Potter books? Yes. You've read all of them. Okay. So can you... Can you please? I don't remember them. Well, that's going to make this next bit a bit difficult. I will paraphrase. So there's a bit in one of the Harry Potter novels where he has to cast a Patronus to keep the Dementors away, and he can do it because he's done it before. So he goes back in time, and he can then... Right, you remember that? Yeah. Anyone else know that? Know that bit from the books? Yeah, it's really great. So this works the same thing, that when you think of a time where you have had a feeling that's close to courage, you can summon that feeling again and intensify it. So the feeling doesn't have to be exactly courage, but it can be grounded, it can be confident, it can be in the right place at the right time, maybe even a bit lucky, which is another Harry Potter reference. So can you think of a time when you had that emotion? You don't have to say when it was, you just have to go yes.
Yes.
You can,
Yes.
Great. Okay, so can you step back into that memory now and just see what was happening there? Let the room of people disappear. And you're right back there, and you're seeing what you saw, and you're hearing what you heard, feeling what you feel. Mm-hmm. Now there'll be somewhere in your body that you feel this nice feeling, and for me, I'll just say, I normally feel it kind of here, so in my heart, but you might feel it in your little toe.
No, I do.
You feel it here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So may I ask, that feeling of happiness, if you were to spin it that way, does it get bigger? Does it intensify?
Yes.
It does. So isn't that weird? Yeah. Yeah. That is just really weird. So just sit there for a wee moment. I'm going to talk to these people. Now, so here's the thing. You can think of a time yourself when you felt a feeling close to courage and emotion. That can be happiness, it can be confidence, or just feeling in the right place at the right time. You feel grounded. Oh yeah, that was really good. And you can summon up just a little bit of it. And then you can go, where do I feel it in my body? Usually feel the feelings here. And you go, I'm just going to spin it. Does it get bigger? Weirdly, it does. Oh my God. Woohoo. That feels a little, how does that feel now?
It feels weird.
Yeah.
It does feel weird.
Yeah, it does feel weird. But kind of nice, huh? So, you can do that. You can intensify your own feelings. Yeah. Yeah. And you don't need me or anyone to do that. You can just go, where do I feel it in my body? And I'll spin it a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you know, Ellen, that as we did this, everyone else has been following along with it, with you? Woohoo! Thank you very much. Primo, Hitchhiker's Guide, illustrated session.
And Ellen, what time of your session is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 3:30.
Tomorrow at 3:30, little promo
But
for
we'll
your session.
talk about this emotion that I was feeling in the exact moment when I felt it.
Brilliant. Excellent. Beautifully done. Thank you very much.
That was so courageous, wasn't it? Don't you think? Yeah. Like, do you know how courageous it was to come up there and just do something like that? Really, really nice. Kia ora. But then, of course, there's the opposite. Okay. So I'm an overfeeler. I ask myself, if I didn't feel any emotion about this at all, what would I do? So this is the spot question. If I have too many crazy emotions that are preventing me from taking action, I'll ask, what would I do if I didn't feel any emotion? I tell you what I'd do. I'd pick up the phone and I'd talk to that person. I'd send the email, take a little risk to see if they want to have coffee with me and talk about AI. So if I didn't feel any emotion, if it wasn't clouding, what would I do instead? Golly, golly. I know. Well, I think we kind of right. So, as we round up, talk to the lovely person next to you and ask Spock's coaching question. What would you do if you didn't feel any emotion at all about a situation? And what would happen if you took action from a non-emotional place? So this is our last activity to round up. Please turn to the lovely people next to you and say, what would happen if you applied these two questions to a work? Do you want to come and sit down with me? Nice. So team, you can start anywhere on this circle. You can do any of these tools, and knowing that the self-talk will influence the body, you can do the power pose, you can do a spin on your feelings, you can ask questions, Spock's coaching questions. What would you do if you didn't feel any emotion whatsoever? But where did you leave me in my story? What happened? Where was I with Leonard Nimoy? Oh, yeah, that's right. They're about to pull the curtain across. And I had thought to myself, I'm in my foxy outfit, which I don't fit now. I'd done my power pose. I got my gang of people. I wanted to have a conversation with Leonard Nimoy, and someone told me I could not. I could only have 15 seconds. Well, the curtain went back, and I went. Right. I said, hello, Mr. Nimoy. I bring you greetings from New Zealand. knew he'd be interested in that. And he went, really? You're the only fan from New Zealand? And then I said, and for the record, everybody in New Zealand, small exaggeration, thinks you would have been a much better Gandalf than Sir Ian McKellen. And he went, oh, that's amazing. And I said, look, it's only kind of 1 and a bit flights from LA, Vegas, to come to Wellington and visit us. You know, you have so many fans there. And we just started chatting. And instead of a 15-second conversation, we had 1:35. Whoa! Goal met. So in the spirit of Mr. Nimoy, you know, boldly go and live long and prosper. Thank you so much for this unconventional tour around Courage to Deliver. Kristan and I will be skulking at drinks, so feel free to come and ask us any questions. And just, you know, thank you for being part of Govis. We just adore you. So thank you. Kristan, do you want to say?
I'll let the music speak.
Thank you for that. That was everything I expected and more.